Well, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today for a chat about the strategy that I'll be employing to try to find the winner of this year's Melbourne Cup. Now it's going to be the same strategy that I used last year, and I posted a video with my selections, got very close to getting the trifecta and not quite there. But anyway, I'm going to take you through the strategy, how it works, and I'll also upload the spreadsheet with the strategy onto Google Sheets so that you can download it if you wish to. Now today actually I'm going to be betting on a horse called Panagsama in Bairnsdale about 4 o'clock and I'm going to apply the strategy to this race to show you how the strategy works, and it'll be interesting to see whether it comes up with Panagsama as being its top pick. But with that out of the way, let's go to the desktop and we'll have a look at how the strategy works. Now this system is an attempt to take into account just about all of the variables you can think of when it comes to deciding the likelihood of a horse winning a race. We're looking at its level of favouritism, we're looking at what barrier it's been drawn in, we're looking at its overall form, in this particular case measured over its last 3 races. We're involving the weight that's carrying in the calculation along with the class of the race that it ran at its last start, and we're also making some assessment about the merits of the jockey. Can it handle the conditions of the track that it's running on today? Has it won at that distance, and has it won on the track? And I've applied that to this particular race that Panagsama is running in. As you can see here, I'm recording this at 2:48 p.m. on the 3rd of October, and the race is being run I think around about 4 o'clock-ish. So I'll record that race and you can have a look at the performance of Panagsama, and in this particular case also the performance of Mutual Respect, which is the top pick of the strategy. So let's run through the strategy, and as I said, you can download this from Google Sheets. I'll make it available for you and the link will be in the description of the video. So the first thing you look at is what line of favouritism is the horse on at the moment, and compare that with whether the barrier is a good barrier, a fair barrier or a bad barrier. Now in the case of the race that I'm analysing, there's only 11 horses in the race, and so I've decided that the good barriers are from barriers 1 to 6, and the fair barriers are from barriers 7 to 11, and that there are no bad barriers, so to speak. Most of these horses should be able to be within striking distance if they're good enough once they get to the top of the straight. And so looking at the favourite here, Magnus A Go-Go, its price is $5, so it's equal favourite, but its barrier is number 9. That's a fair barrier, and so therefore being the first favourite and being a fair barrier, it gets a score of 7. So coming across here, you see under the price barrier total, it comes out at 7. The equal favourite Mutual Respect, also at $5, has a good barrier coming from barrier 2, so it gets a score of 10. So you do the favouritism and the barrier analysis first of all. You can do it any time really, but I've done that first of all. We're going to then look at its form, and so to do this you look at their last 3 starts, and it doesn't matter whether they've had a spell in there or not. You just add up their last 3 starts and get a total. There aren't any horses here that have won any races recently. A few of them have run places and so on. But the one that I'm backing, Panagsama, its form is, I believe, 0-2-2. So it comes to a total of 10 plus 2 plus 2 is 14. So we come up here to the 14 to 16 category, and it gets 18 points for its form. We then go and look at how much weight is it carrying and what sort of class is it running in. And I'm using the TAB website, where it gives me some indication of whether they believe the horse is down in class, running in the same class of race, or is up in class. In the case of the horse that I'm backing, Panagsama, it's carrying 60 kilograms. So I come across into this little row here between 59 and 61.5. So 60's in there. It's running in the same class of race, so it gets a score of 16, which gets entered in there. And then lastly, we look at are the jockeys any good? Well, in fact, all of the jockeys there look to me to be about the same. There's no standout jockeys, so I've just allocated them all a 10. It's a soft 6, so all of the horses should be able to handle the track. It's not like it's a heavy track, and in some cases horses are not suited by heavy tracks, and so you would give them a 0 for that. But nonetheless, on this particular case, I've allocated 5 for all of those horses. A number of these horses have won at the distance. It's a 1200 metre race, and a number of them have won at that distance, and they get 8 points for doing that. And the horse that I'm backing, Panaxama, is the only horse that has actually won on that track. And the track today is Bairnsdale. And so we then total up all these numbers, and as a result of doing that, we can see that Mutual Respect does stand out quite a bit from the rest of the field. And so therefore Mutual Respect would be the top pick, obviously, for this particular strategy. Now, there are a number of other horses in here that are reasonably closely bunched together. I think you could sort of suggest that they've all got some sort of a chance. We've got I'm Cheeky, Mischievous Lad, Ping Ping, Magnus A Go Go, and Chavuma. But funnily enough, the one that I like, Panaxama, is not in the mix. It's way down, second to bottom pick. So, yeah, perhaps I'm a very poor judge, I don't know. But whatever the case, let's have a look at Panaxama's run that I thought was okay, and we'll then go into the race and then come back and just finish off the video and see whether I'm cheering. Well, this is Panaxama running about a month ago. It's over here in the red jacket, running in 4th place. As you can see, looks like it's well placed to finish off nicely if it's got petrol in the tank. It's come around 4 wide around the home turn, so it's covered a bit of ground there. And it looks like it's about to come on and power on nicely, still 4 wide as it comes around the home turn. But once it straightens up, it starts to hang a bit. This head gets on the side. It's not really wanting to race truly. It's got all this gear on its head. And not until about now that it straightens its head up, and once it's got straightened up and spots the finish line, off it goes and starts running on quite nicely. And I thought that was encouraging enough for me to have a bet on it at its next start. And there we go, it's finished second. Only issue is that it's run about a month ago, so the question is it fit enough today? Well, let's go to today's race and we'll find the answer to that question.
Go there racing. Boy, the starter caught them in a great line. Magnus A Go Go going back with Star Spangled Baby. Fast out of the gate, Commanding Witness from Stirrup. Going fast is Ping Ping up on the outside, and in front of it is I'm Cheeky rushing.
Now we'll just pause the race at this stage to show you where the horses are. This is my selection, Panaxama in the red. I've had $10 on that. Got about $9 the win about it, and then the top pick from the strategy, Mutual Respect, it's number 17. Can't see that number hidden behind the rail, but it's in these sort of purple and yellowy type colours with a red cap. Number 17 there on the rails. So following those through to the end of the race, let's see how we go.
Ford Evil Cry very deep out. On the fence, Shavuma, Mutual Respect. Ping Ping couldn't get in, so it had to go back centre field. A length away in the red jacket, Panaxama, Mischievous Lad, Magnus A Go Go and Star Spangled Baby. I'm Cheeky led off the chain, raced up on the outside of Commanding Witness, and they're going very quickly off the back at the 650. 2 lengths, Evil Cry, Shavuma the fence, then Stirrup, Ping Ping, Mutual Respect the rail. Mischievous Lad, Panaxama, Magnus A Go Go and Star Spangled Baby can't stay in contact. They come towards the bend. I'm Cheeky, the front runner. Commanding Witness again came off the fence to give chase. 2 lengths away, running into it, Evil Cry. Wider out is Stirrup, Ping Ping deep. Then came Shavuma, Panaxama making ground. Further back, Mutual Respect. I'm Cheeky kicked away down at the 200. Led by 2 lengths, Commanding Witness, Evil Cry. Mutual Respect and Panaxama making ground. I'm Cheeky in front. Mutual Respect grabbed dead and wide out. Mischievous Lad on the fence. Mutual Respect in front, and he'll win the money from Mischievous Lad. Evil Cry, I think, third from battling away strongly. I'm Cheeky. Then came...
Well, that was interesting, really. My horse got itself in a bit of strife. Not sure the jockey found a clear path all the way through, but also not sure that it would have won the race either. But it ran well enough for me to keep it in my little black book of about a dozen horses that I just follow and have a few dollars on whenever they're running. As for the winner, well, it had a lovely run in the transit, got through on the rail and did win quite nicely. at about $7.50, I think in the end was its starting price. So the strategy delivered the goods. Now, a friend of mine actually, I think, bought the strategy way back 50 odd years ago when I was first started teaching. Tells me that he finds the strategy works best in the better quality races, and today's race was not very good quality, to be perfectly honest. Many of those horses are probably rarely going to win a race at all. But he says that in things like cups and weight for age races and high quality handicaps, the strategy does perform quite well. So anyway, look, we'll leave it there for today. Lock that little strategy away, and when it comes around to Melbourne Cup time on the day before, I will produce a video taking you through my analysis of the race using this strategy and what sort of bets I'm going to be putting on the Melbourne Cup this year. So until I catch up with you again next time, hope you're keeping very well, hope the market's going well for you. And if you are betting on the horses, I hope you have a bit of luck there too. Catch up with you again very soon.